Hi, Summer Thomas here with a Canna Advisors update for the week of April 19th, 2021. Happy 420 Eve, everybody. Some good news out of New Mexico. They're supposed to start accepting applications for cannabis producers and micro producers starting this September. On January 1st, they should begin accepting applications for all license types, and the adult use market sales are set to start April 1st. Ohio regulators will consider medical cannabis rule changes Monday and Tuesday, which will likely lead to additional dispensary licenses being made available in the coming months. Mississippi's regulators released proposed testing regulations last week, with public comments due by May 11th. And their timeline shows that the draft regulations for the entire program should be out today, and the public comment period will close May 15th. In North Carolina, they introduced medical cannabis legislation, which is special this time by having bipartisan support, so we'll surely be keeping an eye out on that. In New York, competition continues to heat up for hopeful cannabis business owners, while residents are forced to wait for their cannabis convictions to be expunged. Technically, convictions are supposed to start immediately and automatically. However, the law allows for this very complicated process to take up to 2 years. So don't expect a shiny, clean record anytime real soon. New Jersey's new Cannabis Regulatory Commission met last Monday and crept towards establishing their adult use market. The meeting itself was full of formalities and little new information on the market formation, but things are moving along in New Jersey. Missouri regulators so far have approved 120 medical cannabis operators to do business in the state. That's about a third of the total number of operators licensed, so we'll continue to see that market growing rapidly. In Colorado, Denver regulators sent out alerts last week concerning proposed code updates. First, the city council is considering allowing cannabis delivery, and they're revising social equity opportunities. Second, if you've been working on a Denver cannabis business application, you need to submit it before the law is signed, or it would be considered under the new rules and not compliant with the past requirements. That sign is expected to happen tomorrow, so you need to submit your application today for that. In Alabama, medical cannabis reform is advancing, though with very restrictive provisions, prohibiting cannabis flower, smoking, vaping, and candy or baked goods, and allowing only capsules, lozenges, oils, suppositories, and topical patches. In Tennessee, a rather ridiculous medical marijuana program is going to the Senate floor. It would not allow dispensaries in Tennessee, but instead would require proof that patients obtained their cannabis from a licensed medical marijuana dispensary in a jurisdiction where the sale of cannabis is legal. So essentially, Tennessee is encouraging people to cross state borders with cannabis in their vehicles. What could go wrong there? An update on the federal front. A bipartisan coalition of lawmakers reintroduced a bill that would federally legalize medical marijuana for veterans. Military veterans would temporarily be allowed to possess and use medical cannabis in accordance with state law. Also, for the first time, VA physicians could be allowed to issue medical cannabis recommendations. So fingers crossed on that one for our veterans' sake. And that wraps up the weekly update for today. Hope you all have a wonderful holiday week. Happy 420. Bye, everybody.